you very much.
Oh, you're all right. You okay? Put the gun down. Put the gun down. You okay? You got shot in the leg.
Rescue 1068.
HQ 2162. Rescue 1068. 1020.
1020.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. Don't forget to get on Amazon and get that desired nutrition for that pump, that energy, and that focus. Get that pre-workout. That's in stock. The electrolytes are out of stock right now, but we'll get that back in soon. I'll let you know when that comes in. All right, let's get into the video.
So you have concealed carry and all that good stuff? No, you don't. All right, you're not a convicted felon, right? Nothing.
I can get on thing, whatever.
Okay.
You all
right. So what we're gonna do is, just for my safety, your safety, I'm gonna have you step out. All right.
All right. This is gonna be a quick video about firearm safety. As you can see, he just asked. This is a traffic stop done in Jacksonville, Florida. As you can see, the police thing on the bottom right there, Jacksonville, Florida. So he just asked him if he had a concealed weapons permit. So for the state of Florida, you do not need a concealed weapons permit anymore. You can carry concealed without a permit. When I used to live in Florida, you still had to have your permit. So that's the first. This is just a traffic infraction. So basically, he was pulled over for, I believe, running a red light. You know, there's other videos that show the longer version of the whole entire traffic stop, but that's not really necessary for this video. So let's just see what happened to him.
So you have concealed carry and all that good stuff? No, you don't. All right, you're not a convicted felon, right? Nothing.
I can get on thing, whatever.
Okay.
You
all right. So what we're gonna do is, just for my safety, your safety, I'm gonna have you step out. All right, fair enough. And we're just gonna remove the pistol from you, and then we're gonna run your license, make sure everything's good, and I'm gonna send you on your way.
Get out this way?
Yeah, just hang tight. Just do me a favor, lower that window. Hey, he's very.
Okay, so what he's having him do is remove himself from the car so that the police officer can remove the weapon. Now, police officers are allowed to do this for officer safety. They are allowed to ask you if they can remove the weapon from you, or check the serial number or something like that. You are protected with the Second and Fourth Amendment. Second Amendment obviously is to bear arms. The Fourth Amendment is for unreasonable searches and seizures. So if the police officer saw the weapon, let's say he saw it holstered in the center console, and he just reached in and grabbed your weapon from you, that could be considered an unreasonable search and seizure, because you just took that person's weapon without their permission. They didn't give you permission to reach inside of their car, and because that's your property, your car is your property, and your weapon is your property. So in order for a police officer to reach inside of your vehicle, he or she needs to have consent from you. In this case, he's asked the driver to step out so that we can remove the weapon from you. So he's asking permission for us to remove the weapon from you for our safety, just so we can conduct this traffic stop. Their mind's at ease, your mind is at ease. There's no weapons involved except for the police officers. He agreed to doing it. You know what I'm saying? He could have not agreed to do it. But for their safety, they probably would have removed it anyway. And if it went to, let's say he wanted to sue the department, it would go to court. The judge would, basically be asking why you removed the weapon from him, or why you wanted to. And all they would have to say is for officer safety. You know what I mean? So, but you are protected with the Second and Fourth Amendment in this case as well. So he agreed to get out of the car.
Very compliant. He does have a pistol on him. So, hey, he's got. And then we're going to run your license, make sure everything's good, and I'm going to send you on your way.
Get out this way?
Yeah, just hang tight. Just do me a favor, lower that window. Hey, he's very compliant. He does have a pistol on him. So we're going to take him out from that side. remove the pistol, and we'll go from there. All right?
All right, another thing. Whenever you get pulled over and you have your pistol on you, you have a concealed weapon on you or any type of weapon on you. Obviously, you're a lawful carrier. You have it's registered under your name. You have the rights to the weapon. Just let the officer know. You don't have to technically, but let the officer know up front. Hey, I have a weapon on me. You know, just to put everyone's mind at ease or whatever. Again, you don't have to. You have the right to carry that weapon without telling the officer. You don't have to tell them, but it if you want to, you know, have that license or whatever you have with you prepared to show to the officer, hey, look, I'm armed, you know, and it kind of goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? It's letting the officer know a little something about you, you know. But like I said, you don't have to, but it's a good idea to do so.
Get out.
Where's your pistol at on you?
On my side.
Okay. Just put your hands on the top of the vehicle for me. I appreciate that, being very honest.
you're all right.
You okay? Put the gun down. Put the gun down. You okay? You got shot in the leg.
Rescue 1068.
HQ 2162. Rescue 1068. 1020.
Walk with me. Walk with me.
Look at her, not helping at all.
Sit down.
You have concealed carry and all that good stuff? No?
Not helping at all.
Rescue 1068. 1020.
She's in shock.
Walk with me. Walk with me.
Go ahead.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Help, do
I
something.
got it.
Do something. Talking about the female, do something. So yeah, they end up putting a tourniquet on this man. The officer, the two men, from what I hear, they both jumped into action. Obviously, the guy that was on the initial traffic stop, he helped him to the ground. He pulled out a tourniquet, put it over his leg, saved his life. You know, because you could lose, you could bleed out depending on where that bullet hit. You know, if it hits a major artery or whatever, he could bleed out. But they sprung into action. They put the tourniquet on there, and everything was all good. Okay, I believe this woman was fired. You know, just to add something to what happened. Okay. A lot of people think that police officers are just, they carry a weapon every day and they're just these elite people that use their weapon all the time. That's very, very wrong. Okay. Most police officers don't use their weapon at all. They don't practice with it. I mean, it's like having a person that has a concealed weapons permit, but they don't go out and shoot. They don't practice with their weapon. When you don't practice with it, you don't know how it functions. You don't know what you're doing. And a lot of police officers are like that. A lot of female police officers are like that. But there's a lot of men too, that the only time that they go to the range is when it's time to qualify, which in a lot of cases, it's every quarter. So it's quarterly. So you're talking 4 times a year that people are qualifying with their weapon. That's scary. And you're going to leave your life in their hands. He probably handles his weapon more than she does. With the way she removed that weapon, he probably handles weapons more than she does. And that's her career. But that's with a lot of police officers. Trust me, I know. There's a lot of police officers that do not handle their weapon. They only touch it. They only touch their weapon every quarter, 4 times a year. And all they got to do is pass that test. Because police officers can't, as a department, you can't make sure that everyone is handling their weapon on once a week or whatever. You can't make them do that. The only thing that you can make them do is qualify. That makes sure that they're qualified to handle the weapon. That's all that the department can do. So if that's the minimum effort that they can put into their officers or deputies, some people, that's all they're going to do. Whether that's right or wrong, I mean, they can't watch everybody.
Then when the gun went off, it's like it was a quick blackout, but I just like came right back and stood up, And the first thing I kept saying is that I'm finna die out here. It's just the two guys, the two male officers that was there, they actually was just like, they was like hands on trying to help me. And she was just kind of like wandering around in a circle, like, what did I just do? Like, she never said, sorry or anything or let me help you. She didn't say one word to me at all.
She was in shock.
And when it first happened, I took that next week off, because I couldn't work in that condition. But since I've been back, I mean, it's been a struggle. I mean, I get.
You mean to tell me this dude only took a week off of work after he got shot? That's amazing, man. He only took 1 week off. He said, I took that next week off and, try to recover. Bro, you just got shot, man. In the leg. Wow.
Get around, but my performance is not nowhere near the same, as fast as I was able to move. Ability to work longer hours that we was given. I mean, I can't do a lot of stuff, a lot of different things I can't do, I can't, going up and down stairs and stuff like that. It's a lot harder.
When we file a lawsuit, there won't be a number specifically. We'll plead the jurisdictional threshold, but there won't be a number inside the lawsuit. We'll have settlement negotiations with the city related to that, but there won't be a number announced in the lawsuit. Permanent injuries, his recovery, to the extent he can recover fully, all of that, his future lost earning capacity. He had some other goals that have been likely taken from him. He was at the threshold of becoming a merchant seaman, and that likely won't happen because he won't be able to pass the physical.
Wow. Yeah, that was a very unfortunate thing that happened to this man. I commend him, man, for keeping his cool, being professional, being honest about him having the weapon, and he turns around and gets popped with his own gun by an incompetent officer. So take this as a lesson. If you guys conceal, if you guys carry at all, you're protected by the Second Amendment. Okay, so you're lawfully allowed to have these weapons. I'm a big advocate for the Second Amendment. But work with your firearm. If you have a firearm, go out and shoot. Go out and shoot. Understand how it works. If you get pulled over by law enforcement, let law enforcement know you have a weapon. The next thing I would do, learn from this video, let them or tell them, remove my whole holster. Do not remove my weapon from the holster. Don't take the weapon, because as an officer, you don't know that weapon like he knows that weapon or she knows that weapon. Whoever you're removing the weapon from, they know that weapon. You don't. So when you're taking someone's weapon out of the holster, you don't know what type of trigger is on there. You don't know the mechanics of that specific gun. You know your gun. You may know your gun, but you don't know their gun. So always let the officer know, I am going to, or I want you, please remove the entire holster. So this is my weapon here. This is what I carry. I'm not going to remove it from the holster, but let them know to remove the entire holster from your waistband. Don't take it out the holster. I'm not going to take it out the holster either, because this is loaded, but all they have to do is pull up the clamp, lift up the whole entire holster. That way we have the trigger guard is still covered. Everything is covered, and you don't have to worry about having a unintentional discharge. She tried. It looked like she tried to remove it from the waistband, but she just removed the whole gun. And I don't. Why would you put your finger on the trigger? That I don't understand. But again, like I was saying, there's a lot of officers that do not train with weapons. This woman, she barely qualifies every year. She may have to do a recert after she may fail the qualification once or twice a year and have to redo it. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she just barely passes every quarter. We don't really know that. But what we do know is that she was not smart enough to remove the entire holster. And you can't expect people to be as smart as you are when you carry your firearm. So always let the officer know, hey, I have a weapon on me. I have my concealed. If you're in a state that has a concealed weapons permit, have that ready. Have that ready with your license. Have your license and your concealed weapons permit, your registration, have all that shit ready for you. Boom, hand it to them. Listen, I have a weapon on me. It's on my waist. Boom, and then let them, okay, we're gonna remove it from you. Okay, that's cool. Put your hands on top of it, do what they tell you to do, and let them, hey, please do not remove the weapon from the holster. Take the entire holster off with the weapon attached. Please. I don't want to get accidentally shot. Most likely they're going to do what you asked them to do. You know, because a smart person, which she obviously is not, would not remove a weapon from its holster when you don't know that weapon. And obviously you're not going to reach for it. Don't reach for your weapon ever. If you tell them that you have a weapon on you, this gentleman did the exact same. He did the exact thing that he should have done. He just kept his hands up as high as he could, put them on the car like he told them to, and let them do their job, and ends up getting shot with his own gun. Wow, man. It's unfortunate. Thank God he survived. Obviously, he's going to sue the department, and whatever he gets, he deserves. He deserves because of this officer that was just, she was incompetent, man. And it sucks, but that's what happens sometimes. And if you're a police officer, practice with your weapon, man. Practice with your weapon. Be proficient. Try other weapons as well. You know what I mean? Be aware that other people's trigger is not like your trigger. Don't put your finger on the, I mean, there's rules to being in law enforcement. Never put your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to shoot. That's one of the first rules you learn. Know your target and what's beyond. Never put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. She did not follow that, obviously. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe. Be safe with your weapons. Practice with your weapons. See you in the next video. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.